is on time series. Time series is the data which is arranged according to chronological order. And the components of the time series are, the reasons for the change in time series are the secular trend, which is a long-term variation, and seasonal variation, which is due to natural forces like flood, famine, etc., and man-made conventions like celebrations like Diwali, etc. This is a short-term variation. And the cyclical variation, which is a long-term variation, and the random or irregular variation, right? And these two, seasonal and cyclical, are periodic. The seasonal variation gets completed within a year. Cyclical variation is a long-term variation, right? Now, to understand the time series, two different mathematical models can be used. One is the multiplicative model, in which trend, seasonal, cyclical and irregular forces affect that values in a multiplicative fashion, and this is the additive model, right? For the method for measuring trend, the methods used are graphical method, in which the time series values are plotted in a graph, and if the data goes like this, we say that the trend is an upward trend, and if the flow is like this, we come to the conclusion that the trend is a downward trend. The second is the method of semi-averages, in which the whole data set is divided into two equal parts, and the average for each part is computed, based on which the type of trend is identified. And the third one is the method of moving averages. The drawback of this method is that for the given data, some of the observations will be missing in the beginning of the time period and at the end of the time period. And the last one is the method of least squares, which is the superior method of finding the trend, in the sense you can find the trend values for all the given time periods, and not only that, the straight line trend or parabolic trend or exponential trend may be computed. And regarding the method of constructing seasonal indices to study the seasonal variations, the methods are the method of simple averages, which is based on the assumption that the data is independent of trend. The second is the ratio to moving average method, in which you compute the moving averages. The trend values are computed by the method of moving averages, and the original value, which has trend, seasonal, cyclical and irregular, is divided by the trend value. So the resulting value will consist of seasonal, cyclical and irregular, in which cyclical and irregular effect can be removed by repeatedly averaging the data. That is the idea. The third one is the ratio to trend method, in which the trend values are calculated using method of least squares. Here trend values are calculated using moving averages and then eliminated. Here the trend values are calculated using method of least squares. And the last one is the method of link relatives. Okay, fine. And for studying cyclical variation, harmonic analysis is used. Cyclical variations are studied using harmonic analysis. Irregular variation cannot be controlled. You cannot even predict them. Okay, fine. So with this idea, let us go to the questions. The series generated due to chronological classification is time series, spatial series, discrete series, individual series. It is time series. Which of the following is a short-term variation, short-term periodic variation? Trend is long term, it is not periodic. Only seasonal and cyclical are periodic, among which seasonal is short term. The variations due to random causes can be predicted, no. Can be controlled, no. Either A or B, no. Neither A nor B. You cannot predict, you cannot control. Which of the following is a multiplicative model? See, this is the multiplicative model. Which of the following is an additive model of a time series? This is the additive model. Okay. Which of the following is the best method of measuring the trend? Among these four methods, method of least squares is the best because you can compute the trend values for all the given periods only in this method, and not only that, you can fit an appropriate mathematical model to identify the nature of the trend. The trend line may be, trend equation may be a straight line or parabolic trend or exponential trend. You can study using any type of mathematical model. Which of the following is minimized by the method of least squares? In the method of least squares, this is the trend line. Okay, the trend, the equation for the trend model. The sum of squares of errors is minimized, right? Method of least squares minimizes the sum of squares of errors. Okay. If the values in a time series are A, B, C, D, E, F, find the 3 yearly moving averages. This is not the average. So, this is not the correct answer. Here, this is also not the correct answer. So here A plus B plus C by 3, then B plus C plus D by 3, then C plus D plus E by 3, D plus E plus F by 3. This is the correct answer. In which of the following methods the trend values for all the given years can be computed? It is method of least squares, because in method of semi-averages you cannot compute for all the years. Again, in method of moving averages, some years in the beginning and in the end are dropped. The method of simple averages is based on the following assumptions. The time series is independent of seasonal variation. No. The time series is independent of trend is the assumption in the method of simple averages. Okay, it assumes that the data has no trend. Which method is used to compute the trend values in ratio to trend method? Method of least squares. How many averages are computed in method of semi-averages? Whatever be the number of observations in the time series, it is 12 or 22 or 100, you will be computing 2 averages, that's all. Divide the entire data set into 2 parts and compute the average. How the trend values are eliminated in ratio to trend method? Original value by trend value into 100. This is the way in which you eliminate the trend values, right? Original value contains trend, seasonal, cyclical and irregular. You divide it by trend, trend gets eliminated. This is the idea, and express it as percentage value. In ratio to moving average method, what is the period of moving average? When you have quarterly data, the period of moving average is 4 quarters. In ratio to moving average method, what is the period of moving average for monthly data? When you have monthly data, the period of moving average is 12 months. What is the formula for computing seasonal indices in the method of simple averages? Average divided by average of average into 100. This is the formula. Now you should compute the trend values by the method of semi-averages. Divide the data into 2 equal sets. Calculate the average. Here it is 9 and here it is 51. 51 divided by 3. 17. 9 comma 17. So this option itself is not, 6 comma 17. 10 plus 8, 18 by 3 is 6, 6 comma 17. So option A is the right answer. The normal equations for fitting a straight line trend is, summation y equal to na plus b summation xy equal to, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. Summation xy equal to a summation x plus b summation x square. Option C is the correct answer. Fine.